Hi guys, I am Jacob, the director. I'm so happy to finally show to you my newest film, Earning a River. It took me over 2 years to make this film, and it's by far my longest movie. I made it with almost no budget in the gaps between everyday life. It has been a gigantic task, and it made me realize that I really need your help in order to continue making films. So therefore I set up a support site where you guys can support my work. So, do you have a buck or two to share? Please go to buymeacoffee.com/urbanpackrafter. That's buymeacoffee.com/urbanpackrafter. Whatever small amount you have to share will really help me making more films and show them to you in the future. And talking about new films, I actually have the recording for 2 new films ready that just need to get the editing and go through post-production. First of all, from our unsupported packrafting trip down the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon. And secondly, from Sweden's most beautiful mountain valley, the Vistas Valley, also a packrafting trip through that valley. Now, doesn't that sound totally awesome? So, please pause the film and go to buymeacoffee.com/urbanpackrafter. That's buymeacoffee.com/urbanpackrafter and support me with whatever amount you have to share. Pause the film now and go there. Thank you. Thank you. Dankeschön. Merci. Tak. And now to the movie. I present to you the premiere of Earning a River, and have a pleasant trip down the Kaitum River.
During these 5 years, I learned a lot in terms of paddling, in terms of packrafting, but paddling in general. So maybe I'm more prepared this year than I was 5 years ago. So in 2013, 5 years ago, I went on a trip by myself in Lapland. And it was one of my first long trips using a packraft. The plan was hike to a lake, packraft a river, paddle a long lake, then climb a mountain and go to another valley, to another lake that leads to a long river called Kaitum. The weather was really bad, and even on the lakes it was really dangerous because there were some big waves, headwind, and everything. I was really close to capsize a lot of times. So when I reached the end of the first big lake, I decided to bail and hike out. In a way, I was really disappointed, but on the other hand, I was really happy to be safe, and I think that place is a perfect place for packrafting. So this year we decided to do this trip again, and we're gonna achieve the trip I was planning 5 years ago. It looked really big, bigger than I will paddle at the time. But I hope it will be possible, but I'm not sure what's ahead of us. A lot of things that we don't know until we get there. So that makes a real adventure, actually. So this time will be really different because I'm not by myself. I have a bunch of friends with me. We are going to be 6 people, and we're gonna achieve the trip I was planning 5 years ago.
We have influencer Kai, the famous one.
My name is Kai Koskinen. I'm from Finland.
A real funny guy, and I guess the same goes for Peter.
No, bad Santa is coming for you. Bad Santa is coming for you!
He's from Swedish Lapland. Crazy Laplander.
Why do you call you Bad Santa?
I don't know. Because I'm such a nice guy.
We have Katja,
I'm Katja Koskinen from Finland.
influencer Katja, maybe I should say that. She is the spouse of Kai, a super nice person.
Then we have Johan. He's a Swede also. He's from Stockholm.
My name is Johan, and I'm a plumber and an outdoors enthusiast. And then, of course, we have Jacob, the famous urban packrafter.
My name is Jacob, and I'm originally from Denmark, but living in Sweden. Our departure day was the day after Midsummer. Midsummer is a big thing in Sweden, and Johan has promised his American girlfriend to celebrate it. He became a day delayed and planned to meet us en route. This, of course, turned out to cause big trouble later on. But for now, the remaining 5 of us was heading for the mountain pass.
The mountain pass is really steep, and we don't know if we're gonna encounter some snow or the terrain will be tough for sure.
Okay, I'm going there. There are some nice camping tables.
And we started up hiking through a mountain pass, and then up there the weather was deteriorating.
This is perfect bad Santa weather. Midsummer and it's snowing. It's really great. Lovely.
It's really cold. Feels like -1.
It was very hard winds, and it was blowing and raining.
I mean, I had some really bad weather as well, but not as bad as what we had today. From what I remember from last time, it didn't look like that.
Our orientation wasn't that good. We was just going a bit zigzagging.
With the wind, the snow, everything, and it's all rocky outside, and the terrain is really tough.
So it was horrible conditions, so we have to stop, even that we wasn't even close to our goals. Then we make camp after crossing a watershed twice, so I think all of us have the first sign of hypothermia.
I didn't feel my hands and my feet anymore. Had my fingers totally numb. It was really hard to pitch the tent.
Everybody was freezing. It was good decision to make the emergency shelter and pitch the tents and get us warm.
It's really dangerous outside with all the wet rocks, and Kai fell off today, and Jacob fell off as well. We were supposed to be twice as far as what we've done today. I don't know if we can make it after all.
I'm not really cold.
Okay, because you're shivering a little bit.
But it's okay.
That evening, Peter, Jeremy and Jacob sat in Jeremy's tent to rethink the situation.
If the weather is like that, then it's a problem for us.
How do you have connection so you can check the forecast?
No, I don't have it.
I didn't have anything on the way up at all.
No.
The tough weather and hard terrain has caught us by surprise, and we hadn't paid attention to the forecast. The pass is probably out of question now.
But I mean, even if we do that, it adds a day.
The fact that Johan was a day delayed and would catch up with us somewhere en route just complicated the matter. Fast enough, it turned into a tense discussion about whether we should stay put or go down to regroup.
It doesn't change a thing, it's the weather.
Yeah.
Do we have other options in the... I don't know. I'm just asking, I have no idea if we step back and we go somewhere else.
We still have Kajan Katja's car in Kaitum.
Yeah.
And from that car there is a trail going upstream the river.
So we could maybe walk along
upstream
yeah.
a couple of days and paddle back. But if we do that, we should make that decision
today.
Early so that Johan don't have to take the bus.
That's the thing, yeah.
But I thought Johan's plan was to hike our track and meet us in the valley.
That was the first plan, yeah.
Yeah, but then he changed to something else.
Yeah.
Because it makes just the whole situation much more uncertain because...
Yeah, because otherwise...
It's 2 days away.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to...
Yeah, but again, it's the weather, so...
I think it will be really, really sad.
It will be really sad, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to get out or something like that.
Sure, yeah, me too. Me too, 5 years. I've been waiting for that for 5 years.
And then I think, okay, it's worth to lay here in a tent today. Wait it out. It's better as bad. I propose to stay here. You got water, you got food, you got everything.
The thing is, there's also Johan.
Yeah.
And if the weather is bad tomorrow and we stay there, and the bad weather stays for the day after tomorrow, Johan will be there, and Wilby is still here.
Yeah, but I don't. That's
we need to get in contact with him anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't have any way to get in contact with him. That's
yeah. We if we choose to change plans, we need to get back to where there's connection. That's for sure, right? I think it's just bad luck. Or a curse. I don't know.
okay. I'm not ready to bail at all.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that at any cost.
We have a big argument about what to do because of our sixth member, Johan, wasn't there. He was a day delayed, so he has to join us inside the road somewhere. And we have to communicate with him about being delayed. Then we decided, two of us walk back to contact Johan and the rest stay in the camp. But when we wake up this morning,
the morning, I actually woke up at like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock maybe. It was really, really cold. Everything was ice and snow covered. I stayed in my sleeping bag for like an hour until Peter came to my tent. And we talked and we were like, oh God, it's even worse than yesterday.
Okay, Jeremy just wake me up. Apparently it has been snowing outside. That's probably the reason why I'm feeling so cold. I don't know what we do, but our situation is going from bad to worse. Fuck. Yeah, it's fucked. The question is are we more safe by packing down and walking? My personal opinion would be it's safer to stay put than walk, but
yeah, of course, if it wouldn't have been for Johan.
yeah.
But we need to get in contact with him so that he doesn't wander off and we can't reach him again. It's dangerous also being here, so it will be safer if we get lower. It's unnecessary to leave some gear. And me and Jeremy will start, and then you and Kai can come after, because we need to get in touch before 11.
I was out there for maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes and I'm really shivering right now. I'm not sure it's even wiser to walk right now because even relative safety, it's fucked.
Jeremy and Peter just decided to go down. And I was really, really pissed about it. And it was just like, no. This trip, it cannot end here.
This morning was freaking cold.
We have to cancel this route. It's not doable. It was so slippery and so cold. So now we are almost back in the where we started hiking, and it's not nice.
It's really disappointed that we are going back because now the weather is actually getting better. I'm standing in the sun now, and it's just 4 hours since we was in the blizzard. That's also the mountain. You never know what to come. But I really hope we can get down and connect with Johan, and all of us could make a plan B to get to Kaitum somewhere.
When I got back here, I turned my phone on and got a text saying that I should go home. So sadly, the trip is over for me. It really sucks because that's a trip we planned for a year now, and I just got to see the really beginning of it. So the last time I came here by myself for this specific trip, I had to bail, and this one I'm bailing again. I lived something that is really close to Murphy's Law. Everything that can go wrong goes wrong. So now that I'm leaving, I think everything is gonna be all right for the rest of the party.
It's sad that Jeremy is not here anymore because it was Jeremy's idea to do this trip and to do Kaitum. Tried it once before, have to bail, and now he's bailing again. And as soon as he left the mountain, the sun was beginning to shining. So maybe be a curse of his behalf.
It's a bummer that he had to leave. And he's a really good packrafter and a really good guy to have along because he knows so much, both about packrafting itself but also the security part. We had to cope without Jeremy. That's what happens. Sometimes it doesn't go as planned.
It was a little bit worrisome because I started to get phone calls from you guys up from the mountains, and I definitely understood that things was not really good, and kind of described it as, "Oh, Kai hurt his leg. I think he's about to quit, and Jacob is angry, and Jeremy's going home. I don't feel good at all. I don't know, something is off." So I was starting to think, what? These are experienced guys, and they had a little bit of bad weather. And the whole thing is falling apart.
Okay, Kai, let's float and drink Fireball.
But luckily Johan then came with a lot of good morale and idea and fixed it all. So we could continue.
When I came to the mountain hut, I started to figure out what can I do to help this situation. I guess I can't help out with the Jeremy situation, but okay, Peter, maybe after some rest, let's just head out in the wilderness and have a camp and let him rest up. And Kai, okay, a busted knee, maybe a little bit of rest can work that too.
I made a stupid mistake jumping on the wet rocks in the first day, and I did slip there, and I had a big bruise in my knee.
And then I found this guy that needed help with firewood, so I traded services with him so that Kai would get a car lift to where the road ends to save his knee, because that would mean that Kai could first not walk, and then we have kind of a 5 kilometers paddling thing.
It's hurting a little bit, but it's okay. I think it's nothing huge, and it's getting better all the time.
We were also thinking, now it's getting better.
Yeah.
And then you came and, it's snow outside.
Yeah, I think it was snow.
Me and Kai turned 40 not too long ago. Me a couple of days ago, and Kai like 3 weeks ago. And I got very nice gifts.
This is from me and Kai.
Okay, excited.
Yeah, what more could you wish for? Yeah, lightweight and all. Let me put this next to your Packraft.
I'm thinking about how I will manage to strap that to my backpack. Maybe I could make the dart thing on my far back so that people can throw on at me.
Since you're into lightweight, I also got a lightweight present for you.
Okay, I think I have a theme here. Yeah. Ah. What a prick move this is. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So. Oh, that's so nice.
Wow.
Oh, this is
Ooh.
You need to be very careful with that one so it
Yeah.
doesn't get wet when you packraft. In the nose! In the eye!
Close to the tent. This means that I have new weapons in the whitewater if someone drives past me. It would be so nice to live next to a mountain like this.
It's a little bit hot, but it's a nice walk. But we have the worst in front of us. More uphill. But then when we get out of the forest, I think it will be a little bit cooler, a little bit more wind.
Packrafting ain't ultralighting. I got a light bag of 28 kilos I start with, and the other was about the same. Even Johan was an ultralight hiker.
You know, no one is ultralight when they are involved with packraftings. I think I started out with 26 kilos, and I have the unfortunate experience of actually gaining weight.
After failure on the mountain, we decided to take an easier route to Kaitum. The route led us to a gravel road. Then we have to paddle along lake and go over a mountain pass, but a lower mountain pass, not that much elevation as the one where we encountered the snowstorm.
And then we put up camp.
And he would go with a Packraft.
Drawn by reindeers, and then I sit in the packraft with a whip. Whipping the reindeers like a bad Santa. That would be mine, but I don't know how to get it because I can't draw. Oh, he has a friend also that is a tattoo artist. You want to know his name? You can check his butt. He has his name on the butt in a heart. I saw it and I said, well, actually I don't look at other men's butts. That's not my main interest.
We have a really bad humor with our group, so usually we don't mean what we talk, or then we can also, because we are bastards.
Could you maybe make the tea?
Yeah, what?
The tea bags are somewhere in that black bag. Too difficult.
Do I put it in there?
No, just give two tea bags and put them here, like we do at home when we have tea. You remember?
Put the line and in the bottom a line.
So we made camp, and we made camp a little bit too high up, considering the heavy winds. And I'm using my new tent for the first time, and and I changed out the lines on it so that would be lighter, but that proved to be a fatal mistake because I put rocks on the spikes going down the ground, and of course the wind tearing the tent broke 6 out of 8 lines. So yeah, I had to jump out and lie on flat on my tent and move it in the middle of the night. At least it wasn't raining, so I had a little bit of drama there. We survived the night and then we continued hiking for a long time, and the packs were incredibly heavy until we finally got to the water after doing a few passes and doing a few paddles throughout the day.
It is the lower Kaitum.
It's the best lake in the world. That's all you need to know. This is the worst backpack in the world.
At last, yeah, this is really something that we've been waiting for so long. So yeah, after carrying that huge backpack for 3 days, or was it 4 days? Actually.
We made it.
Really good work, guys, and thank you everyone for keeping the spirits up. It sucks when, you know, when someone is angry and everyone else are angry just because that person can't have, you know, hold things inside of him or her.
When you have a group, the group dynamic so much depends on the guy that is the crankiest. That's kind of the level of the whole group. So I so much prefer hiking in groups without people that whines. That's kind of the most important part about being out, that, you know, everyone keeps their spirits up no matter how hard it is.
It was really struggling in the beginning, especially the first day when we had that blizzard. Then it really didn't feel like we would ever get to the Kaitum River, but we went back and restarted and we found our way to the Kaitum River, and it was great.
I think one of the best things about this kind of trips is when you really earn the river. You're not just coming here by the road or with helicopter or something, and you don't pick up the easiest way to hike here. Like us, we did the hike over the mountains, and I think we really earned the river by hiking here several days, and that makes really special to paddle in this place.
But finally we got to start paddling, and the paddling was so great. We had the winds in our backs and we played with that bowl that Jeremy gave us, and yeah, life was at its best. I really wish that we could have found a better way to enter the river, but yeah, we're having so much fun right now. It's amazing.
Oh, these gifts that I've gotten stresses me out, and now I'm trying to load this in the boat in a safe way. and having this lost somewhere, I didn't know if it was inside the boat or what was happening. So now I'm trying to hammer them down to the dartboard to make sure I can keep my very nice gift and not get punctured at the same time. Now I only have 3 problems in life.
The Kaitum River is long and wild, so hopefully we'll have 70 kilometers of really nice white water and floating. And it's supposed to have some of the best fishing in Sweden.
I have been fishing from age 6 or even earlier, and it was really big, huge passion for me. And I think I was about 25 when I did stop fishing. But now when I'm hiking, it's a natural thing to get a little bit more protein from the water. It's not the passion anymore. I had twice a trout on the line, but I maybe did something wrong. I did a nice counter strike and I felt it was on there, but I missed it.
What do you want me to say? I caught a trout. The first trout on this trip. Here at the beautiful Kaitum River. Ah, come on, you're dead. Don't pretend. I hit you in the head so many times. It's the reflexes in your nose.
I actually never got any trout. I have been fishing mostly in the south where isn't much trout. and I have been extremely unlucky in our Lapland trip.
We're going to eat this for lunch. You want to taste? I have been fishing for about 45 years, I guess, since I was a really small kid. This time I used just a normal fishing rod with a, I don't know what it's called, spinner.
I would like to have a trout also. I have the fishing gear in the boat, but I don't want to pick it up now. I'll try it in the evening. I will get it tonight, I'm pretty sure. I'm so good at it.
He's a natural talent, just look at him.
Are you vegetarian?
Yeah, there are rumors about that, but I don't mind the guys fishing, even though I pretend to sometimes.
Oh, this place is so crazy. I had one on in my first row. I lost it, and this I got from the third throw. And it's really hungry because the hooks are inside the mouth again. It's really eating this time. It's a beautiful fish. I love the grayling, the wing. There's the caviar. Do you want to taste?
We've been out now so long that the camp situation has settled and everyone knows what to do and everyone is happy, and yeah, it's such a great trip.
Today we encountered the first harder rapids of this Kaitum River.
It was the first thing we needed to be a little bit careful with security. That's what you need to do when you want to stay safe. So I paddled it first. Very long wave train with waves that in the bottom part pushed you sideways a little bit. I kind of felt that it was totally within my skill set, and I did kind of good.
First, Johan paddled it, and it went great, but nothing happened. And I go after them. I avoid the bigger holes and the directs there. But on the second one, I maybe paddle a little bit to the side or something like that. But so if I'm in a spot where there's two big waves coming, and they hit my boat sideways, and I balanced on the first one, and the next one just tipped me over.
And I was the second last to come, and I didn't see what was going on down there. But I was waiting there a long time, and I was wondering what's going on there, and is everything okay? And
compared to what I normally paddle, Kaitum is really big water. Last year I had a quite long and scary swim up when I was at Whitewater Festival at Aura. I've become a father, and I've been much more aware about the whitewater safety. And that and the bad swim, the experience together, it's really made me much more scared of whitewater. And I've been tumbling with that feeling since.
Are you okay? Can I take your boat? Let's see if we can do a wet entrance.
Yeah. Det var så reason att det.
Good work.
Wait down there.
The swim was definitely less scary because that the water was deep. I was not close to the bottom at any point, and it really felt great that you could just swim it without being afraid of foot entrapment and so on. And I was luckily I captured in the last part of it because, yeah, then I didn't have to swim. I was over the most of it. And
then came the signal that to paddle, and I went and I chose a good line and it went okay. This is the kind of paddling days I've been waiting for from this trip.
I think it wasn't difficult if you have the right line, just like big waves, and it didn't look so dangerous, and we had a really nice safety settings there. It took us like 2 hours maybe to all of us to paddle down the rapid, but we made it really safely.
Last summer, this Finnish guy, he was here with a packraft and a motorboat. He fell in the rapid. Well, his body was found in the river weeks after. It was really sad to hear, especially when we were planning this trip here also. He was always alone and made these trips alone. We have to have a silent moment for him.
I think it would be really nice to give him a silent moment. He would really appreciate, and maybe his family.
I made my husband to promise me that he never goes any whitewater alone, because he did once one river, and he promised he never goes alone.
I was taking off my dry suit and I just tore this whole cuff apart. It was kind of unnecessary on a trip like this. I haven't been really taking care of these ones as I should. So that's why they are breaking. So I'm still learning this shit.
This kind of trip is my favorite. I love to get to the middle of the wilderness, away from the people, and I love the thing that we had so much everything. We had the first really rough days hiking, we had the mountains, we have the river, we have the rapids. This kind of adventure is really nice to make with the good friends.
The guys on this trip are the best. It's amazing to have these many days just hanging out and making jokes and enjoying yourself.
Just being out, being away from work and stuff like that, just being outside in nature is really, really good for me, and I charge my batteries and all of that stuff.
Coffee also in the car.
Really?
You can have an evening coffee tomorrow evening.
And I have a shitload of candy, but I'm going to eat everything alone.
No, you actually don't have that much candy there.
Okay.
I don't even remember the hard part, the first days of hiking in the snow, and feels like it's been so long ago.
Just look there.
Well, it's always sad when a nice trip ends.
The last day when we were drifting towards the Kaitum station, it felt like I would restart, because it was so nice, so nice.
I don't know what the future brings. I'll definitely still want to join a trip like this. They are so rewarding, and the combination about hiking and packrafting and being out in the wild. But I still feel, especially before paddling anything, I feel a great deal of anxiety. I really like this kind of trips, and I really hope I'll get my lust for whitewater back.
We ended the trip by the Kaitum railway bridge, where we took the boats out and packed ourselves into Kai and Katja's cart. Now we're driving to Gällivare to have pizza and beers, and I think we'll get quite drunk tonight, and we deserve it.
everything has to end, and we have new trips coming up, so that's it.
So what did the future bring? Well, not long after, Jeremy, Kai, Katja and Jacob received an invitation to paddle through the Grand Canyon. And less than 6 months after returning from Kaitum, the four of us was heading out on an even bigger adventure. But that's a story for another time. I really hope you enjoyed this movie. It's been a pleasure to show it to you. But please, if you like this movie and have a buck or two to share, please go to buymeacoffee.com/urbanpackrafter. That's buymeacoffee.com/urbanpackrafter. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I've never known a love so steady. Even gold won't turn your tide. We flow together like an ocean, every low and every high. And I would have you anyway, dear, any way your heart could bear. Even if you had to leave me, I'd always be waiting here. Even when we are apart, I will keep you in my heart. And I wouldn't change a thing, even if I were the king. I've never known a brighter sunset, but every day I see it rise. I've never thought it could be better until I saw it in your eyes. Even when we are apart,